Okay, let's go win some with Ruby Storm real quick. On the draw. Yeah, the Aether Revolt build is fine. I think it's good to kind of go down all the directions first. Aether Revolt plus Prayers plus Rampager is the combo. Just have to have 2 4-mana enchantments. All will be one, huh? Kind of like extra Aether Revolts. Yeah, I know people always go Acerak, but I don't want to splash a 4th color is the thing, and I would kind of like my cards to be a bit better individually if possible. Is this a turn 2 go for it? Drawing the 3rd ritual, we're definitely going to go for the turn 2. Glad that people are playing Boros. They're playing Jegantha, so that means no White Orchid Phantom, no Boom Bust. White allows us to play Ranger Captain to fetch the 1-drops. Yeah, and then Ranger Captain is also good against Ruby Storm. Also, Acerak is so miserable online. I hope to never have to play Acerak again. Dude, we're just immediately turn 2 killing. Like this hand is like almost almost cannot brick. Almost can just not brick on turn 2. Any Splice Enjoyers? So I've got 3 spells for Ral, 4 spells for Ral. Five spells for Ral. So I can flip Ral starting next spell, I find. Very unlucky to lose this flip. Very unlucky to lose this flip. Nadu, 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 nadu. Okay, I'm gonna just run it back. So yeah, the fact that this finds Guide of Souls and Greenbat Rampager is kind of good, and the card quality is way higher than Recruiter. Just brewing while my opponent sideboards. So Guide of Souls plus Rampager is just infinite life. Is there any like 1-drop that can win with infinite life? We could also play like one. What's the bounce fairy or the Drake? So we can go like we have to draw one of these where we Ranger Captain for the other one, and then we gain infinite life. And then we can pick up our Ranger Captain again, and then we can play Ranger Captain. And we would need a 1-drop that like can like win the game if you after all this. Maybe that's asking for a lot. Corpse Knight? That just returns to hand, right? I'm not gonna mulligan this, I guess. Is Grapeshot the only win con? You can win with Empty the Warrens and the Gambit. Wait, they're playing this? They don't have Boom Bust in their deck. You can't play Boom Bust in Jegantha, right? They also don't have the Knight. Oh, but they're playing Gleeful Demolition, duh. Party time. So if I find a Ritual or Manamorphose in the next 2 looks, we'll go for another turn 2. I might go for another turn 2 anyways. Roush Piggy with Twitch Prime, thank you, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. So I've cast 3. Oh, Graveyard this past in Flames. Cast 3 instant sorceries for Ral so far. Graveyard here. So this is my fifth. So I don't want to flip just yet. So I'm 1 mana short of just winning right now. So we're gonna go Wish, and now we can try to flip Ral off of this or the Grapeshot. Unlucky. Lose the flip. Oh, I just concede. Okay. Nadu. Okay, on the play against Menino, who is probably on Living In, so very happy to be on the play here. So far in this Modern Challenge, we've won on turn 2 both games. And we may be winning on turn 2 again. My opponent, fetching in response, maybe going to try to invert some polarity. Snapcaster Consign instead. Oh, I guess I just want to exile the Consign and then scry draw. So I scry draw, then I exile these. Oh, also, all that talk about losing weight was because Esther got canes.
I've been eating cake.
And they have a Flare of Denial. They sack the Snapcaster. So I have failed to play around Flare of Denial, and let's skip the match and focus on the challenge, I guess. Great. Against Living In, we'll just play the Ral here. I would hate to not say hello to my good friend Menino name. So we can play around a Force of Negation. Let's see what we draw, but... Okay, I think with this draw, it makes sense to play around Force of Negation by casting this first. Let's not flip this Ral just yet. Thank you, Esther.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 4 mana. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna kind of be toast against a Force of Negation on the Past in Flames anyways. I know it's a baby Past in Flames, so I'm trying to set up for a Ral flip. I keep winning the flips, but it's a little early. Oh. Thank you, Channeler. So we're getting Endurance, unfortunately. And I could not wish for anything, but I could try to wish and flip the Ral. I think I just pass. I think Living In is pretty good. I think it's good against Ruby Storm and Nadu. Okay, we didn't get Living In, did? Yep. Got Salty? Never really seen Menino brick this hard. So I could wish for something here. Wishing for a breach doesn't exactly do anything. Obviously don't have much time. I think I'm just going to wish for the Grapeshot for the Surveil 4. And try to either like dump a Ral in the yard to like be able to combo off if my opponent Living Ins. Or maybe, I won the flip. Should have stacked the triggers the other way, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I have a Glimpse of the Impossible on the side, but I can't quite wish for it. I'm just gonna Grapeshot I can maybe try to get Delirium, although this may just get forced. Yeah, I think I should have flipped around. So we get to graveyard the Pyretic Ritual and then flash it back off the Past in Flames. Which might mean that I can, like, really flip Rao here. Ritual. Okay, that's good for living in purposes. A little less relevant. Okay, attack for 3. Put us down to 7. I do have Grapeshot in my yard. One keeps the card on top. Almost definitely a living in. You draw a Ritual. Manamorphose. Yeah, missing Delirium this long stinks. Oh, they have the Endurance, right? Right, really, really lucky. Wrenn's Resolve, Manamorphose. That's what I get for wishing for a Ritual. Back it up. Main deck Endurance looking pretty good here. Bring him the Veil of Summer, maybe? That's probably okay. I think I'll bring in the extra Anarchomancer on the play, too. Does control have a good sword matchup because of Rip and all the permanent removal? I don't think so. I would love to play against control. You have 4 spells, 2 mana. You can play a spell. Rouse, you're going to stack play another spell, so both count as 6. So you have 75% chance of flipping Rouse at 50. Makes sense. Checks out. Found Delirium earlier too, or at all. Well, classic Ruby Storm experience. No lander, no lander. Into crazy hand. I think we have to put those back though. Is Living in the format place? Yeah, maybe. Living in I think is good against Nadu and Ruby Storm, so maybe Living in is just the place to be. Hate getting my Ruby Medallion griefed. I think Wish is better than Unstable Amulet now that people are playing a lot of lock pieces for Storm. You check out the Storm deck list. I saw they're not playing DRC. I don't know. I think everybody saw my list was like, oh, Spike just loves DRC. DRC sucks, but DRC's just been so good for me. I don't know. I feel like every time I play it, I'm just like so happy I have 4. Red, red. Maybe if this was a 7 card in or even 6 and I still had the Rao. On 5, this is pretty tough. Don't have enough mana to go off here. I'm gonna top deck a Ruby. Maybe lack of DRC's response to all the creature removal. The thing is your deck is playing Rao, so if your opponent has a creature removal spell and they use it on DRC, maybe they don't have one for your Rao. I think that is pretty gonna be even somewhat common. I think I like a good okay Kala. So no third lane for my opponent. They did mulligan too. Although they only went to 6. Interesting. Maybe I'll cast Jegantha next turn. Although I can go for it next turn. For like a mini one. Now it seems like we should probably cast this. So I think if my opponent has a Force of Negation, I would much rather this get countered. So I can go off again next turn. I'm gonna flip the Ral here so it survives through a Living End. And then I'm just gonna cast this Past in Flames without playing the other ritual. Opponent has our number. And then could cast Jegantha. What I like about casting Jegantha is my opponent Living Ends, they just take my ritual anyways. So this is kind of better if they don't Living End, and the same if they do. Does that make sense? Shout out to all the Jegantha naysayers, done 5 damage at least. I think it's correct to cast this Manamorphose now. Gotta be right. 2 lands. Maybe I should be playing second Surreal Land. I know a lot of other people are. Got some problems with it. Graveyard's a subtlety. Well, so we need to fetch end of turn because of Architects. And we need to draw a Wish, a Past in Flames, a Manamorphose, or Wrenn's Resolve into these cards. We need our opponent to not have an Endurance, or Flare of Denial, or Force of Negation. Ruby Medallion, dead. GG Menene. All is dusted last turn. Okay, keeping this, obviously. So they can all his dust and then chump the World Breaker, go to 5. Too bad I can't kill a land with that. Also, too bad my woodland is already in the yard, because it could have been cool to be able to copy something. My opponent in the challenge is yet to... oh, now they've shown up. Okay, I think my opponent will probably be dead here. Their hand is like on more rings, which they can't cast with because of the flute on the ring. Like 2 chalices, turn a sphere. We're playing the Ruby Mirror. Y'all want to keep a Manamorphose? Okay, opponent still hasn't conceded. Okay, they conceded on the other match. Okay. So we'll see if we die on turn 2 if that's the mirror. No, not the mirror. Just prowess. You're too slow. Better than Striker Rich, I guess. Is Jegantha really good enough to take a Whisper slot? Yeah. She's dealt 5 damage already this tournament. It's just like she just is good enough. She's always good enough. It's really annoying. I get it. Yeah, I joined a Chally.
You haven't seen my blue comb, have you?
I have not seen your blue comb. Esther, do you know why anybody? Why does everyone not like Dragon Rage's Channeler? I don't understand. It is so insane in this deck.
They're haters.
They are haters.
Ooh, look at that factor thing.
You didn't see a lot. You didn't see yesterday.
No. So cool. It moves. Wow.
Owls 2 flips in a row. I want DRC Netherglyph. Ooh, now we're cooking. Oh, surely we played those cards actually in a Grixis deck already. Is Ruby bannable? I think Ral is the better card. The thing, what's so crazy about Ruby Storm is Ral is both an enabler and a payoff. The fact that it just like it also like makes you so good at winning through graveyard hate too. I guess not a very good Ral hit. Just doesn't really matter. We have Wish already. Where do we nip on Blue Black Frog unplayable and Unitinian? Well, we trophied with a earlier build of Blue Black Frog, so I don't think it's unplayable. But it seemed like all the hoops we were jumping through for Flare of Denial just seemed not correct. Okay, going to game 2. I'm gonna bring in the Flame Slashes. We cut Wish number 4, Glimpse number 2, DRC number 4. Yeah. Gigantha, thank you for showing up to work today. Four lands, kind of a lot of lands. Gonna keep this on a 6-card hand. Put back the Row. Hope for the best. Think you'll try out Redfish again since Flame of Noir is well positioned and Flare of Denial's out. Is Flare of Denial out? I want to play Merfolk with Flare of Denial and the new Harbinger of the Seas. I wasn't aware Flare of Denial was out. Try to do that tomorrow. Yeah, Flame Slash kills the Lizard. It kills Soulless Jailer. It kills all the lizards actually. The Thrasher and the one that deals you damage for each non-creature spell you've played. Fisher Square still playing Flare Denial. Yeah, I think Flare Denial seems incredible. I don't know. In Merfolk, it's like I think it's got to be right to play it. Entomb. Is Brood Scale Rosy combo worth trying to build around, in my opinion, or not strong enough for modern? I think it's okay. If I'm a little bit more interested in playing Blade of the Bloodchiefed with Brood Scale because it's tutorable off Urza Saga. But it also, if you're trying to like tutor up a 1 mana equipment and then play a creature with it, you should maybe just play Nadu. Another gift set for PT. Thank you, homie. Sorry if I'm not too enthused, or I'm very enthused, but I'm also kind of brain dead. I'm streaming so much. My voice is also kind of going out, and my eyes hurt from staring at my screen all day. But I'm just having so much freaking fun. Thank you, Esther.
You're like, my voice is going out. My eyes hurt. I'm like, because you're not drinking any water.
I have my cigarette and my Diet Coke and my yerba mates. We read this Arid Mesa. Just kidding, no cigarettes. Should I just pass in flames now and make them use the crypt? I think let's not. I may be able to just go without my graveyard here. It's kind of fun. No, I just think it's funny to say that I'm living off cigarettes. I don't actually smoke. Maybe it's not funny. Kids do not smoke. Don't necessarily think it was that bad to keep that Ruby Medallion. Okay, so let's go Ral. So I don't want to flip it off of this one. Lost the flip anyways. So we can keep this on top, and then we can get Glimpse, and then Glimpse into the Ritual. And keep going. And now, as soon as we win a flip, we can flip Ral. So I lost that one again. We hit another Ritual. Seems like it might be Ogre for our opponent. Ah! What is all this? Is there deck list? It's in the Mox field. You have to dig a little bit for it. If you go to my profile, moxfield.com/user/Spiring Spike, it's in there. I have to scroll a little ways down. So they're going to pop the crypt, and then in response to the... I should have done this a little bit earlier, actually. But in response to the crypt, I'm going to Pyretic Ritual. Or sorry, after the crypt resolves. But before the Passive Flames resolves, I'm going to Pyretic Ritual. Which will allow me to at least give this flashback, and then if I hit a spell, I can give that flashback too. And I think it's not right to play the Ral, because I think I'm more likely to lose this game just by losing 4 flips in a row, or 5 flips in a row, than I am to like not actually be able to go off here. There's another Passive Flames too. I don't think Flare of Duplication on Grapeshot works, does it? Cares knows this game. Yeah, I know it's nuts every game, and everyone's like, I'm just cutting it from the deck, and I just don't know what it like. Maybe I think Dragon Rage's channeler might just love me. It's entirely possible. It just draws so many cards. .1% to lose 5 in a row. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then that's just more likely than us bricking here. Yeah, my opponent just that was like turn 3 through easily through the Torment script. People might be trolling. They're not though, because nobody's playing Channeler and the challenge lists. What a deck this is. What is going on with Ruby Storm? Turn 2 ritual win. We need to draw another ritual to have a chance to win on turn 2. Or Manamorphose. We get to surveil. My opponent showed up and kept a hand. Okay. They're playing the Through the Breach Gruul deck. Turn 1 Talisman. They find the ring. We can win through the ring. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but not that bad, I guess. If I see a ritual Manamorphose or draw into it, we'll go for it. Obviously, graveyarding this Past in Flames for some nice value, and we found the ritual. We've already won on turn 2 twice this challenge. Let's go for a third. Not flipping Rao yet. I think not time still. Could have been made an argument for it, I guess. There's another ritual. So after this, you won the flip. I guess I can flip this Ral and I can just go Ruby Medallion or Channeler Ruby Medallion and then plus the Ral with the ability to ultimate the next turn. That seems like better than trying to win the flip off the wish and then not doing anything good with the wish. Or is it better for me to play the other route? Probably better for me to go Channeler Ruby because I get the surveil. Keep it on top. So they play the ring, just, it doesn't matter. Wow, only the one ring on turn 2? Pretty weak. They went through the ring. Let me show you. Let me show you. We had 2 Manamorphose, which is pretty great. No, Amulet doesn't beat the ring. The ring still prevents the damage from the amulet. The win is actually pretty fun. It'll just take a little bit of time to realign. I guess I just don't need to do anything else besides just Past in Flames and go and do the thing. Yeah, time for Geomancer's Gambit that's the card we use to beat the ring alongside Into the Warrens. Poor Magic Online. I've been streaming for 8 hours and 40 minutes and it's kind of struggling to do anything to keep a line. So don't need to do anything else besides make a wish. I wish for Geomancer's Gambit. Also, do I not have flashback on a wish in the yard? It's okay, we can get it. First, we empty the Warrens. Been playing Slondier, so you're so good at making basically anyone else wants to win. Thank you, chatter. Thank you. Not that this is one of those spots, but I agree, Dearcy's so good. Fewer goblins. We just don't need, you know. I want to make exactly enough goblins so I have less clicks. Also, I thought for sure one of these wishes had flashback. I guess not. We could flashback past in flames. Channeler is a lot more more clicks, which that's maybe the worst part. Okay, so I'm going to take an extra turn, and then on that turn, damage can't be prevented. Yeah, we could have cleaved. Nice. Nice ring on turn 2. You thought you had protection from everything, but not from my Alchemist Gambit. Okay, I'm gonna... I should play an Anarchomancer. I'm also gonna restart Magic Online. You won turn 3 without adding mana for land. Never seen anything like it. Well, we won on turn 2 twice this tournament already. Got that Anarchomancer in there too. Ooh, long stream today. I sure did join this challenge, huh? You know, before MH3 and before we saw Ral and Ruby, I kind of had the feeling they could unban Seething Song. I had the opinion that maybe they could unban Seething Song. No longer do I have that opinion. So on the draw against the Through the Breach Eldrazi deck and a mulligan. It had just been so long since Storm was good. Okay, they have a Devourer. A bad Rite of Flame. Ooh boy. Dude, if Rite of Flame was legal, everyone would play Channeler in their deck. Everyone would play Channeler. It'd be weird if WotC had identified this mechanic as an issue in the past, and then specifically said as one of 2 mechanics they would try to avoid supporting Instructed. Yeah, they really flipped the script on that one. But I kind of like playing Storm. It's kind of my favorite deck to play. Dude, they have Labyrinth again? About Dragonstorm? So, if you could like conjure any dragon from outside the game, it might be okay. But just having to play a lot of dragons in your deck is pretty yikers. Also, what's the big idea with this Trinisphere opponent? I guess Trinisphere is pretty good against this build, huh? Let's go to game 3. I guess this is why you have to Static Prison, huh? I'm bringing a Grudge. This is just like vintage, just Trinisphere versus Storm combo. I think it's better to have Grudge over Foundation Breaker. But I need to have one of these in the sideboard to wish for, right? Although I guess that's not true actually. This is actually not true because wishing for this shit is just too slow. So do I also bring in the pick your poison? Yeah, finally facts. Yeah, you can evoke off wish. The idea behind Foundation Breaker is you could wish for it against Deafening Silence, because everything else is non-creature. You can't wish for that against Deafening Silence. I guess they could still turn one Trinisphere if they have Gemstone Cavern. Be pretty gross. Doesn't sound so if you're casting off wish. It prevents you from casting non-creature spells. So again, if you get Foundation Breaker, that is a creature spell, so it doesn't prevent you. Guess we're on a 5. I guess we're keeping. I'm gonna do my best to win, but I'll say 9 hours into the stream if my opponent Trinispheres me out of the challenge. That wouldn't be the worst thing ever. Entomb. Entombed a lot of Past in Flames today. Trying to make this deck work in Timeless on Arena. One thing, there's no rituals. So Steamkin, there is. There might be a play on Prospector. It is, if Empty the Warrens is legal, you could maybe do that. You could also come play Magic online. The white evoke creature kills enchantments. Yeah, maybe the white splash is better, huh? Opponent's really thinking about this Devourer. They do keep a card. It is probably not one of these. Third game in a row with Ugin's Lab. They have something to play off the lab. Not this time. Okay, opponent, you got the turn 2 Trinisphere. They have Force of Vigor, maybe? Yeah, maybe Static Prison is just the truth. Tank, 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 tank. Trinisphere. Woo! Oh no, we have outs. Whew, didn't find any. I want to go home. Send me home, opponent. Yeah, they must be double queuing or something. Yeah, the Canes has really sent me into a insulin fueled spiral here. How does Trinisphere work cost reduction? You always have to pay 3 with this thing. You have to pay 3 mana for your spells. It's very unreasonable, I think, to have to pay 3 for everything. Like, come on. If I called the judge about Trinisphere, my main point about this would be, come on, let's. I really have to spend 3. My opponent really had turn 2 Trinisphere both games. Come on, judge. Let me pay 2 for him. I have a Ruby Medallion out. Your Honor, I'd like to come on. Yeah, dude, it would be so funny if like a way to tap Trinisphere was like the best way to beat it here. Opponent, I want to go home. I'm just streaming for 9 hours, opponent. You would turn 2 Trinisphere this year. Just take the Manamorphose, I think. Because I can go Manamorphose in to kill your Trinisphere if I draw one. I guess Impulse gives me 2 looks. Okay, keep thinking about it. I'm sorry for rushing you. Okay. That's fine. Oh no, I drew it. Oh no. Please through the breach me, opponent. I want to go home. Might brick, you know, I don't know. Yeah, maybe Sideboard Besage you get spheres, right? You gotta kill the sphere. I'm gonna kill it on their turn. So that way if they have like ring plus sphere, they play ring or something. Aren't I already home? No, my home is through that door. This is work. Oh, sorry. I guess I should be Manamorphosing here still. Get in the yard. So we have a Pass in Flames in the yard. And a Reckless Impulse. They got me on a 2-turn clock. They got 3 cards still in their hand. We're still working. Deck's too good to go home. No, no. We drew Channeler, now we really can't brick. Draw a card. Draw a card, kinda. Wait, what? Did I not just... Okay, I really thought I was casting another, I really thought I was casting another Wrenn's Resolve there. I think we still cast the Ritual because we get another Pass in Flames. But good news, we brick there. Jegantha costs 3 mana, though. It's just worth it. Ugh. You played Ritual? Yeah. Seems that way. So I'm down to 7. Oh no. Wait, why didn't they kick this? Didn't the Wrenn have flashback? It didn't have flashback. I drew this after the Pass in Flames, I think. I already flashbacked one. She's worth it. She's worth it. Jegantha haters. She's just always worth it. She's worth it like 3 times a stream. I know it's bullshit. She shouldn't be. Also costs less mana with Ruby Medallion. She's just... It's just... the answer is always yes to, is Jegantha worth it? Always yes. Also, like, you're playing against, like, control. You just put Jegantha in your hand, cast Jegantha. So, it can be annoying for them. Oh, we're dead. Ah, we're dead. Okay. Stream over. Ruby Storm contained. I'm going to sleep. I did like World Breaker in the Eldrazi deck though. Kind of want to play some more of the green Eldrazi deck tomorrow. I'm going to sleep. It's been 9 hours. Thank you. Goodbye. Love you. Thank you for watching. Fun stream today. Did a lot of losing. Gonna read Dingo Dango Doingo.